Hey everyone, we're making it to our last unit of the term, which is pretty wild. So for our final unit, like I've said throughout the entire class, we are not shying away from any controversy at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to dive into a unit about race, how it functions within our society, and how it creates different types of social identities. And it's especially relevant considering everything that's going on in the last couple years, really throughout all of American history, obviously. So, and I want to make you know that I'm not unaware of how sensitive this subject can be to talk about and to discuss. So, I want to encourage you to be very bold in your arguments, in your responses, but just as always, and as you have been, be respectful, right? Be open to correction, be open to disagreement, and it's totally fine to debate ideas. Make sure that you're using appropriate resources and logical arguments, but do not result to any type of name calling, patronizing comments, crude language. You want to discuss ideas and not attack people, obviously. So the first text you're going to be engaging with in this unit is from the prolific writer Ta-Nehisi Coates. It's called Letter to My Son, and it's actually a portion of a much larger work called Between the World and Me. So when you're going through this article, realize that it's completely okay, just like it's been with all the other texts in class, to disagree with Coates' view of the world. But also remember that it is grounded in his experience, which we should give respect, right? So we don't want to dismiss it offhand, because just like everything that we're learning in this class is that our experiences are what create our identity. As always, if you need help, make sure to contact me through Google Hangouts. I'll make this a link, as well as through my email address. Here's your suggested timeline for the week. Also, there's a video from PBS that I want you to watch called What I Hear When You Say, and then code words. So make sure you check that out. So you've got a discussion board this week, just like all the other weeks, with the exception of essays. So here's what you're going to do. In Ta-Nehisi Coates' article, Letter to My Son, he argues that race in America is what? How do you think Coates would describe race in America, and why do you think it is that way? Because he forms the basis of his point through blank. How does he build his argument about his idea of race in America? And then give me a quote from Quotes. And also, he brings up blank. So right here, you're going to give me two of what you think are the biggest, baddest, best quotes that Coates has here. Now it's a longer read, so make sure that you get started on it earlier. That way you can be mulling it over throughout the week and know which quotes that you want to use. In sum, these lines from Coates articulate his powerful conviction that what? What's his powerful conviction, his belief? By blank. In my own opinion of his argument, now, this is what you think. I acknowledge that Coates' experience of blank and blank undergird his sense of blank, right? So these are the things from his experiences that are contributing to his beliefs. Just like we've talked about in class over and over and over. We are products of our experiences, right? Our experiences form the way that we think. So what about his experiences are forming this? And even if you disagree with it, we have to acknowledge that those experiences are what are creating that idea. I think our sense of race in America is shaped by what? What makes us think about race in America? How do Americans think about race, and what is it that shapes that? I can primarily see this in my experiences through blank. This is going to be different from everyone, especially considering your race, right? So as a white person, my experiences regarding race are going to be very different from a person of color, and that's something that we have to keep in mind. This helps me to understand that race and racism, as it functions in America, is what? Because what, right? So once again, don't get too bogged down in the templates. Interpret it how you want to interpret it. So I get lots of emails and questions saying, well, I'm not sure what this blank is asking for. I think it could be this, or I think it could be that. Well, just go with however it is that you think, right? These are just patterns to help you flex those writing muscles. Just follow it to the best of your abilities, and you're going to do great. People that are sticking to the templates are doing very, very, very well. So make sure that your initial submission is submitted by 11:59 p.m. on Sunday, as well as your 2 comments, and then you will be done for the week. All right? Have a delightful, enchanting week.